Hello. Yeah, all right. You know, every Sunday morning, without fail, my granddad Sam, he'd go to the Red Lion on Regent Road, Tividale, Dudley, and he'd have a few points and he'd practice his crib a bit. Usually he'd have hands with himself because nobody was really as good as he was. So he'd just play and he'd see what was happening with the hands he was giving himself, just as a practice. And then he'd go home and have his Sunday lunch, as he called it, his Sunday dinner, and listen to family favourites on the radio. Do you remember that? Family favourites. It's good, wasn't it? Every Sunday, like routine, and one Sunday he was in the Red Lion and this old bloke come in. Very old bloke he was. And he was carrying a bucket, one of them old buckets, one of them tin buckets, full of vegetables. And Grandad Sam looked up and he said, "You're a stranger, I ain't seen you before." And the old bloke said, "No, I ain't been in here before." He said, "Something peculiar's happened." He said, I got me allotment down bottom Tividale, by the Wonder, and I come out on the wrong path, and then I took another path, and I ended up here. It's nice though, I'll have a pint while I'm here, but, I'm just feeling a bit sorry for myself, because I must be the unluckiest man that ever lived." And Grandad Sam said, "Why is that then? Why am you so unlucky?" This old bloke sat down next to Sam with his pint and he said, "Well," he said, "about a fortnight ago, I married this young wench. Oh, as lovely, as 25, as blonde, as beautiful, as a good housekeeper, as my best friend, looks after me ever so well, and makes passionate love to me very slowly twice a week, and is really, really good, but I'm the unluckiest man that ever lived." And Grandad Sam said, "Well, you don't sound too unlucky to me. That sounds brilliant." "Oh," he said, "but can't remember where I live, can I?" Ta-ra a bit. I'll see you soon. Stop out that Ross Road and do thank your mother for the pilings. I'm getting a bit low now, so if you've got any more pilings, we'll have them, won't we? That story reminds me of, you remember the entertainer Max Bygraves? Well, he was in Auburn, or in Birmingham. He was doing a charity show at an old folks' home. They called them that then. They were care homes. Most of them are now, haven't they? And he was at this old folks' home because one of his aunts was there and he was raising money for them. And just before he went on, he went to the gents' toilet and he come out and this old woman was looking at him. And Max Bygraves thought, "I know you, you're my friend of my aunt's. I've met you a couple of times." So he said to this old lady, he said, "Do you know who I am?" And the old woman looked at him. Max Bygraves said, "Do you know who I am?" And the old woman looked at him. Max Bygraves went into his, "When it's spring again, I'll bring again tulips from Amsterdam. I want to tell you a story," and all this. Then he looked at the woman and again and he said, "Now, do you know who I am?" And the old woman said, "No. Ask matron. She'll tell you." Ta-ra a bit. I'll see you soon. Take care.